and Tariqatul Muhammadiyya needs 2 hours and 30 minutes. But it's our honor that a very popular personality of Burnley, Sayyid Sadat, Sayyid Muzammil Hussain Shah Sahib are here, who would like to listen praise of the Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam from him, and then inshallah we will hand over the mic to Sheikh Sahib.
मिल के बड़े सल्लल्लाहु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह वसल्लम अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह। तुम्हारे हुस्न का कौन में जवाब नहीं, या हबीबी या रसूल अल्लाह। तुम्हारे हुस्न का कौन में जवाब नहीं, वो रूप हो जो कहीं, ये वो आफताब नहीं, वो रूप हो जो कहीं, ये वो आफताब नहीं। हुस्न दे विच मशहूर होया यूसुफ याकूब दा पुतनान वाला, हज़रत इब्राहीम खलीलुल्लाह मशहूर होया बेटा रब दे राह विच कुहान वाला। हज़रत अय्यूब ने भी तौकीर पाई, पंड सबर दी सिर उठान वाला। दुनिया जमी है बड़े शान वाली, पर ने को जमिया मोहम्मद दी शान वाला। तुम्हारे हुस्न का कौन में जवाब नहीं, ये आफताब वाला क्या मुकाबला करता, ये आफताब वाला क्या मुकाबला करता, इसे तो देखने की ताब नहीं, तुम्हारे हुस्न का वो बख्शवाएंगे हम जैसे गुनहगारों को। क़यामत में हुई गर्मी तो बादल बन के रहमत का गुनहगारों के सर पर छा गया साया मोहम्मद का। बख्शा न जाएगा कभी दुश्मन मोहम्मद का। वो बख्शवाएंगे हम जैसे गुनहगारों को। सुना है कि उनके करम का कोई हिसाब नहीं। सुना है कि उनके करम का कोई हिसाब नहीं। तुम्हारे हुस्न का कौनैन में जवाब नहीं।
Can I make again very humble request to all my brothers who are sitting behind, please come forward and move ahead. If you look in the center of the mosque, there is a plenty of place. People stand up and fill all these gaps. May Allah Almighty reward you in this world and world hereafter, and keep enlightening our hearts with the light of Iman and love of the Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Thank you very much. The topic of today's excellent gathering is the real purpose and cause of Gyan Sharif. That is nominated with spiritual master Al-Shaykh Sayyid Abdul Qadir Jilani Al-Gailani Al-Baghdadi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Again, I would like to welcome At-Tariqatul Muhammadiyya and its founder-in-chief, my respected and beloved friend, Al-Shaykh Ahmad Dabbagh, Damat Barakatumul Ghousia, in our great mosque. Inshallah, he will deliver a very powerful and wonderful speech on the biography and practical teachings of Shahanshah Baghdad, Pirane Pir Dastagir, Hazrat Sayyid Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Narae Takbir, Narae Risalat, Narae Risalat, Narae Risalat, Narae Tahqiq, Narae Haidari, Narae Ghousia.
الحمد لله عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين، ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وشفيعنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الإنسان إنك كادح إلى ربك كدحا فملاقيه. فأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه فسوف يحاسب حسابا يسيرا وأما من أوتي كتابه وراء ظهره فسوف يدعو ثبورا ويصلى سعيرا إنه كان في أهله مسرورا إنه كان ظن أن لن يحور بلى إن ربه كان به بصيرا آمنت بالله صدق الله العظيم اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد المصطفى أحمد المجتبى وعلى آله وأصحابه السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين أما بعد. Most people who began to remember the life and teachings of Sayyidina Imam al-Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala an, as soon as the month of Muharram came, they were very active and remembering and sharing their feelings with the community. Then it peaks to the 10th of Muharram, and after that, as the month comes towards decline, their feelings and attachments, their activities also comes to decline. But really, the mission of Sayyidina Imam al-Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala never ends there or with the month of Muharram. It's never going to end there. It's only we who sometimes forget them and the purpose of our own life as well. Even after him, his blessed sister, the daughter of Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajh al-kareem, Sayyida Tahira Zainab radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she continued with his mission and message, not from only in the court of Kufa and Yazid, but also when she returned to Medina al-Munawwara, she continued to convey the message. And the government at that time, Yazid at that time, didn't like people were being affected, people were being influenced by the true teachings of Islam. So he forced her to live in a remote area around Medina Sharif. And then even there people were benefiting and enlightening from her teachings, and she continued conveying the message. Then in one riwayah it comes that she was forced to go to Egypt. There again, actually, obviously truth has its own light. People were learning and were being inspired by the message of Karbala and Imam Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala an. So again, he forced her to come towards Syria so that she just lives there under his supervision so that no one listens to her. Whilst her way to Syria near Damascus, she saw a tree where Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala's blessed head were kept once in the way. And she was remembering and weeping in the love of her brother. I don't think anyone has a brother like her. And there, a cursed man of the army of Yazid hit her on her blessed head, and she was martyred, and she passed away. And that is where her mazar is in Syria. That's why it is in Syria basically. Because why would she come to Syria when she asked Yazid that we want to go to Madinatul Munawwara? So their mission was actually continuing, and it was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam who prepared Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala for that mission, and Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajhul kareem. And the personality which we have come to discuss and mention today, Ghawthul Thaqalain, Sayyidina Abdul Qadir al-Jilani rahimahullah, was also one of those people, those descendants of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was also one of those who were instructed by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sayyidina Ali karamallahu wajhul kareem to continue the mission of Karbala again. That mission never ends. As I said one day before, that the last episode of Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala will be played by Imam Mahdi. He will be the actor. He will be the active member or conveyor of the mission of Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. That's why in detail I mentioned, but now briefly I will touch that Imam Hussain didn't lose that war, because that was the first episode, like dramas has episodes. You decide what happened in the last episode. The last episode we know Imam Mahdi will be going to be the victorious one. So the Karbala began with Imam Hussain. That was first kissed. Like we see films, dramas, people see there are many episodes. So you can't decide upon one or watching one or two, but normally even films when you watch, you decide towards the end. Who is the winner, who is the loser. The end of this will be played by Imam Mahdi radiallahu ta'ala. He will be the final conveyor of the mission of Sayyidina Imam Hussain. That is why he will also be in the same place where Imam Hussein's head was brought before the palace of Yazid. It is that palace that is converted into mosque now, where Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam is going to descend. Imam Mahdi will declare his victory there. So the mission begins there, ends there. And in between it's continuing. Either you are in the camp of Yazid and Dajjal, or you are in the camp of Imam Hussain. The people in between, like me and you, they can't be neutral. If you are neutral, you are still with Shaitan, you are still with Yazid, you are still with Dajjal. In this field there is none. In this field, neutral means hypocrisy and nifaq and munafiqat, it is called. In the matter of deen, no. Either you are this side or you are on that side. It's not actually like other matters. If you are in the middle, you are even worse situation, and that is called munafiqah, that is called nifaq, hypocrisy. So Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala began the Karbala. Imam Mahdi will actually end the Karbala, and he will be the victorious. Now I would like to mention that there are many people who falsely nowadays and previously claim to be Imam Mahdi, and beware that actually who will be Imam Mahdi. Just recently on a TV program on a particular channel, there was a question answer session, big thousands of people were there. One person came on the mic and he said, I want to ask a question, like I give you the opportunity to ask question. They said, what is the question, the scholar said? And he says that Muslims are going into very difficult times, and I have good news that soon Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam is coming, and the more good news is that I am the Imam Mahdi. Astaghfirullah. Now the scholar who were actually there giving speech, he was astonished, and he took his senses were affected by it. Then he said, it's good news, I am, and he was wearing a shirt and actually a trouser, and not even have a beard, full beard. No, actually. The scholar who was at that, he said to him, the gentleman, that he was from Asian background, the person who says this. This is just very decent. He said that Imam Mahdi will be Arabic speaking person. Can you speak Arabic? He said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, bismillahir alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu. He said, no, little bit more is required than that. He won't be only reciting in Surah Al-Fatiha. And he said, brother, if you don't mind, please revisit your thought actually where you were speaking from. But he was convinced actually that he is Imam Mahdi, and similarly other people do. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned Imam Mahdi radiallahu ta'ala is going to come toward the end of times. And his name will be Muhammad, his father's name will be Abdullah, his mother's name will be Sayyidah Amina, and he will be one of the descendants of Imam Hassan radiallahu ta'ala. And Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. His mother will be from Imam Hussain, and his father will be from Imam Hassan radiallahu ta'ala. And he will be Arabic speaking person, and he will never claim to be Imam Mahdi. It will be people who will recognize him. He won't say, I am Mahdi, please come and come towards me. But when it will be known, then he will arrive. In the beginning, he will be actually hidden man. Anyway, I was saying to you that the same mission which Rasulullah sallallahu and Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala gave to Imam Hussain and Imam Hassan, same mission was given to Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah. He was one of their descendants as well. So the Karbala, the concept of Karbala is continuing. We are also in that field. It is only to recognize, you should recognize that which is the Karbala for you, which is the Yazid for you. Yazid is anyone who is keeping you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command. Like Imam Ali Zain al-Abidin, the son of Imam Hussain, says, whoever loves us, Imam Ali Zain al-Abidin ne firmaya, jisse humse muhabbat hai, he should stop drinking alcohol and using drugs, because that actually reminds me of the quote of Yazid and his followers. They were doing that when we lived in Syria. फरमाया जब हम शाम में थे, जो हमसे मोहब्बत करता है वो शराब पीना और चरस और ये छोड़ दे, क्योंकि हम जब शाम में यजीद के पास थे तो उसके बाद दरबारी ये काम करते थे, तो हमें तो उस दिन की याद वो दिलाते हैं वो लोग जो शराबी कबाबी। He said, whoever loves us, let him know he should stop gambling. Whoever loves us, let him know he should stop shaving his beard. Whoever loves us, let that woman know that actually she should observe the Islamic modesty. Because these things otherwise remind me of Yazid and his actions. Because he used to do these things and some of his courtiers. That was their teaching. That's how to know which side you are. It's not good enough claiming to love them like the Kufi people. Kufi people were doing, Ya Hussain, come, जिस तरह हमारे लोग कहते हैं आओ नारे मारते हैं, आया हम आपके साथ हैं, we are with you, come, we'll help you, and we love you very much. They said, we love you very much. But then Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, Imam Muslim bin Aqil said, now is the time to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice some of your wishes, some of your benefits. Because Yazid said, I'm going to stop your benefits, your social benefits, which people were on. He threatened some people with actually threats as well, that I'm going to harm you or your family. So all these people, they disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they left Imam Hussain, but previously they are happy in the mosque. Mosque में आके तो बैत कर ली उन्होंने इमाम मुस्लिम की, लेकिन मैदान में आके in the field of Karbala they were not going there. At that time they were on the side of Yazid. So similarly, many people amongst us, they are in the mosque, Ya Allah, Allahu Akbar, Ya Rasulullah, Ya Ghousul Azam. In the mosque they are happy. But when they are in the street, do they observe their eyes from the unlawful looking? Do they observe their tongue from unlawful speech? When they go home, is Karbala for you? Do they stop watching those indecent programs? They speak. When they are alone with their TV, with their phones, with their internet, oh, that is their Karbala. When their friends are calling them to cinema or disco, Karbala is outside. Karbala is not in the mosque. In the mosque, the Kufi people, the people of Kufa said to Imam Hussain, we are with you. We are with you. But when outside the mosque, now actually they are not with him. They are standing on Yazid's side. They are standing on the Shimr side. So understand, you are also in the middle of Imam Hussain and Imam Mahdi. The sides are, decisions are already made, actually which side it's up to you, which side you side with. So we are remembering today, your mosque's name is Ghousia Mosque. We are remembering the personality of Sayyidina Ghousul Azam, radiyallahu ta'ala. Who was he? What type of person he was? He was a person living in Asia. India, Pakistan, Iran. He was a person like living in Asia. He was an Asian person. Originally he was actually from Rasulullah's descendant. So this shows that the person from anywhere on the earth, they can stand up for deen. If they do with the right beliefs and the right practices, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help them. So he was living and practicing his deen and doing his tazkiyah and doing jihad with his nafs in the deserts of Iraq, in the jungles of Iraq, in the mountainous areas of Iraq. And there, after so many years, after doing purification of his body, mind, heart and soul, which I will go through with you in the presentation shortly, it was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam who came to Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah and Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajhul kareem. They said to Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani, "Oh Abdul Qadir, now go into the localities and in Baghdad and in living people and call them toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and actually toward Jannah. That is the mission of mine." Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah said, "Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I can't speak Arabic very fluently as the Arabs actually of scholars of Iraq and Baghdad do. I am a foreigner person here. I am from Iran. No one is going to listen to me." Then the Prophet ﷺ placed his blessed saliva into the mouth of Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah 7 times. Then Sayyidina Ali karramallahu wajhul kareem placed his blessed saliva 6 times in the mouth of Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah and said, "Now you go and fulfill the mission." Fulfill the mission. He was about 40 years old. About 40 he was at that time. So, same people who prepared Imam Hussain, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then Sayyidina Ali. Same people who prepared Imam Hassan radiyallahu ta'ala. यही 2 हस्तियां थी जिन्होंने हसन और हुसैन को भी तैयार किया, हजूर अलैहिस्सलाम और सैयदना अली करमल्लाहु वजहहु करीम। वही 2 हस्तियां हैं जो हजरत हुजूर गौसे पाक सैयदना अब्दुल कादिर जिलानी को भी हुक्म दे रही हैं कि आप जाएं और वो मिशन करबला उधर है, in the people, live in the people and then practice deen and invite them for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This shows that Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani was that this type of person. He said, I never wish to be known in people. I always wanted even not to live in any city or village more than 3 days, so that no one knows me and I don't know anyone. I like to migrate from one city to one city so that no one knows. He said, that was my wish. But he was commanded by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sayyidina Ali karamallahu, that's why he has to go. Today he does not like me and scholars like this, they say, praise us, we are coming and we should have this, pay some money to us and actually then we will do the speak, etc., etc. Otherwise, we are not going to do. He was not like a person like that. He was a person who would not even accept any compensation for his work of deen from the Caliph of the time, Khalifa of the time. He was a giving person. He was not a collector type person for his personal sake. Because he worked himself, he was a businessman. He was an international businessman, a billionaire person. That's how, and he had more than 20 children, 4 wives he had. So he was a busy man. 4 wives, more than 20 children, business to run. How did he manage to then actually be a great wali as well? Well, that's what I'm going to show you, the way he presented, the path he presented, the methodology which he presented, which exists in his books today. And we are just, most of us, majority of us are just happy like the Kufi people, like they love Imam Hussain, but they don't follow his mission. We say we claim to love Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani, rahmahullah, then when he commands something, we don't actually follow that. So, I would just like to, I've given you some background of his, just few of his sayings, of one of his khutbahs, and then inshallah I'm going to go towards presentation. You should pay attention to learn the methodology of it. Hazur Ghaus Pak Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah ne ek martaba farmaya. He said, you claim to love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tum dawa karte ho mohabbat Rasul ka. Hazur Ghaus Pak ne farmaya. He said, many people fail to realize, the Muslim, the claimants of love, they fail to realize the pain which they are causing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The pain is just not emotional but also physical as well. People said, Ya Ghaus Pak, Ya Sayyidina Abdul Qadir, how are we causing pain to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? We love him. हम तो आपकी नाते पढ़ते हैं, नाते सुनते हैं, हम तो आपसे मोहब्बत करते हैं, और गौस पाक आप फरमा रहे हम हुजूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को तकलीफ दे रहे हैं. लोगों ने कहा कि कैसे हम तो नहीं, अस्तगफिरुल्लाह, हम तो सोच भी नहीं, we can't think of that. Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah said, as every sin is like the strike which hits the blessed body of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every kabira sin is the stone which one hurls against the face and body of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Each sin is like the entire stones and pains of the city of Taif which one throws with his disobedience. Absolutely. ये है तालीमात सैयदना अब्दुल कादिर जिलानी. आपने फरमाया हर कबीरा गुनाह जो तुम करते हो, ये गोया तुम हुजूर अलैहिस्सलाम की तरफ पत्थर फेंकने जैसी तकलीफ पहुंचा रहे हो. उनको कब्र मुबारक, बरज़ख में मुबारक, अपने रोज़ा अनवर में वो जिंदा है, वो तुम्हें मुशाहिदा कर रहे हैं, उनको उम्मत से मोहब्बत है, और जब उम्मत से जिनसे इतनी मोहब्बत है, वो बजाय दुरूद और सलाम के तोहफे भेजने के, जब गुनाह के भेजते हैं, अमाल नामे पेश होते हैं, तो फरमाया हज़रत गौसे पाक ने कि जितने ताइफ वालों के पत्थरों ने इतनी तकलीफ नहीं दी जितनी मुसलमान के गुनाह हुजूर अलैहिस्सलाम को देते हैं. Why? He said, why the Muslims? Because anyone who's your enemy, even they throw a stone at you, you are not hurt so much. But a person who claims to be your friend, and then he betrays you, you are more hurt. सही बात है कि नहीं? कि जो बंदा दुश्मन है वो आपको मारे, पत्थर मारे, धोखा दे, आप इतनी परेशानी नहीं होती। और जो आपका बेटा, आपका अपना भाई, आपसे मोहब्बत करने वाला, आपका दोस्त जब आपको धोखा दे, तकलीफ दे, आपको ज्यादा तकलीफ होती है। आपने फरमाया, he said रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु, that every sin is like a stone which you are hurling. You think you are sleeping? You think the angels are sleeping? You think Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not aware? He is aware of everything which you do in loneliness. Every pornographic picture and film which you have watched, every zina which you have done, every pint of alcohol or the drugs which you have smoked, every other fraud which you have done. Prophet ﷺ is aware of the amal of the ummah. And they heard him. अगर वो उस पाने फरमाया, ये ड्रामा मेरे सामने ना करो। आप उठा देते थे मजलिस से, आपने फरमाते सूद खोरो, ओ the interest eaters, get out of my मजलिस। आपके ये तरीके, आप इस तरह उठा देते, तुम सूद खा के मेरी मजलिस में बैठते हो आके। He was a strict type person. He was not. He was soft with the believers, but with the hypocrites, munafiqeen and the fasiqeen, he said, I am unsheathed sword for them. फरमाया मैं नियाम से निकली हुई तलवार हूँ, हर फासिक के सर पर, हर मुनाफिक के सर पर पड़ेगी। उनको मैं तुमसे ना नफा या नुकसान की उम्मीद रखता हूँ। He said, I don't expect. I am not asking money, hadiya money from you, £100 you pay me today for today's speech, £500 this. No, nothing like that. Don't expect anything like this from you. Nor I fear you that you are going to kill me or anything. From my point of view, the creation have died. मेरी नजर में मखलूक मुर्दा हो चुकी है। नफा नुकसान they can't give me. So I advise you. I'm trying to save you from a very harsh punishment. आपने फरमाया कि they bleed with tears. That Rasulullah is bleeding with tears. Blood tears come out of him when he looks at the ummah state, especially the people who claim to love him. They bleed with the actions, from your evil actions, from the weapons of your disobedience. You hit them, you strike against them night and day, and still expect to be forgiven? You still expect to be forgiven? शाह साहब ने नात पढ़ी ना कि अल्लाह अपने दुश्मनों को, अपने जिनके हुकूक ज़ाया किए होंगे, Allah's right, Allah is to forgive him, but Allah does not forgive the dushman of Muhammadur Rasulullah, the person who hurts Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Huzur alayhi salam को जिसने तकलीफ दी, उसको अल्लाह माफ नहीं करता। ये शाह साहब की नात पढ़ी आपने सुनी, तो वो से पाक फरमा रहे हैं, वो पाक से इमाम ज़कात जिलानी saying that day and night you are hurting the Prophet ﷺ heart, and you then expect to be forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, oh, you and we are fooling ourselves कि हुजूर अलैहिस्सलाम को तकलीफ दे के और मैं आप बख्शे जाएंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता। He then asked question. हुजूर से पाक रज़ी अल्लाह ताला ask a question, आप सवाल करते हैं, how many stones have you thrown? ब्रदर आप उठा देते थे, मैं बताओ कितने पत्थर फेंके हैं नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की तरफ, गुनाह के कितने भेजे हैं? फिर आप फरमाते कि शरीयत ने मेरे मुंह पर लगाम दे दी है। The Sharia has closed my lips, otherwise I will inform every one of you what you've been doing in loneliness and under the darkness of night in your home tonight. फरमाया शरीयत ने मेरे मुंह पर लगाम दिया, वरना मैं तुम में से हर एक के करतूत जो तुम तन्हाई में, जो जिना और फिस्क व फजूर और जो बदनजरी, औरतों की तरफ तुम्हारा देखना, कान का जना और धोखाधड़ी तुम करते हो, मैं तुम्हें आज अभी बताता, लेकिन शरीयत has stopped me. I am not exposing anyone, but I am saying to you मैं आपसे सवाल कर रहा हूँ, said, I'm saying to you, how many stones have you thrown? बताओ तो सही है आशिक़े रसूल, ऐ मोहब्बत के दावा करने वाले, कितने पत्थर फेंक के ये फूल बेचते हो? How many strikes have you taken? When will you realize the weeping of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? कब तुम्हें एहसास होगा नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के रोने का, उनके अपनी उम्मत में फिक्र के, उम्मत की मोहब्बत का एहसास कब फिक्र होगा? But still you flood them with your stones of sin, burying them with your disobedience. तुम पत्थर मारते हो और गोया उनको तुमने बैरी कर दिया अपनी अपनी नाफरमानी से, and then you expect to be forgiven. From Allah sends the angels of protection, the angels of anger and punishment for those actions of disobedience. मैं अल्लाह की तरफ से अजाब देने वाले फरिश्ते उतरते हैं ऐसे अमाल पर, but the Prophet ﷺ still tries to protect you. लेकिन फिर भी वो कहते हैं जैसे ताइफ का मुकल्लिफ, मैं अल्लाह मेरी उम्मत को माफ फरमा दे, मेरी वजह से इन पर अजाब ना नाज़िल करना. Oh Allah, don't punish them because of me. But sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punishes people. Even though a wali, a nabi forgives, Allah still punishes people because of their disobedience, because of their stubbornness. So he says, they weep. Huzur alayhi salatu wasalam ka jo rona hai in their lifetime and now in barzakh and on the day of judgment, क़यामत के दिन भी, अब भी और आपकी ज़ाहिरी ज़िंदगी में भी. What is that for? He is weeping because so you may change. So you may change. So I may change. To give you another chance that one day your hearts may grow into the love and obedience of His blessed ways. उनका रोना इसलिए है. So when will you stop throwing the stones of sin and face at the body and the heart of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? मैं कब ये छोड़ोगे, ये गुनाहों के अमाल नामे भेजना, ये कबीरा गुनाह से कब तौबा करोगे तुम? When are you going to repent? When are you going to, one time you love him, you claim to love him, like saying the Kufi people said Imam Hussein, and then they were throwing spears and arrows at Imam Hussein and his army the next day. एक वक्त है जब कूफे वाले बहुत सारे लोग कह रहे हैं हम इमाम हुसैन से मोहब्बत करते हैं, अभी कुछ दिन बाद करबला में खड़े होके वो तीर मार रहे हैं इमाम हुसैन की तरफ. उन्हीं जालिमों में से एक ने आपके दिल पर भी मारा, थी दिल पे लगा आपके. यही आप फरमा रहे हैं लोगों से बात. That's what he's saying, that they physically were doing, and you beware, बच जाओ और सोचो गहराई के जाल. इसको बयान मत समझो लोगों से पाक का, ये तकरीर बयान नहीं उनके, उनकी नसीहत होती थी बड़ी जबरदस्त और जो है सही पल्ले बांधने वाली बात होती है. ये नहीं कि नारे मारे, मैंने भी मुर्गी खाई, आपने मुझे पैसे दिए, मैंने आपको लंगर दिया, मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ मेरे नारे मारो, मैं आपकी तारीफ कर रहा हूँ और आपने बस चलेगी. ऐसी बात, ऐसे काम नहीं चलेगा. इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क लाइक दिस. ये तो कुछ करना पड़ेगा. So people who loved Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'll give you example after, but now we're going toward the presentation. अब आपने, you have listened to some of the blessed saying of Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahmahullah. Now I'm going towards his solution, what the solution he provided. जो आपने तरीका सिखाया how to get out of this mess, how to get out of this mess. 10 साल हो गया मैं हाउसिंग बेनिफिट पर फ्रॉड खा रहा हूँ, डिसेबलिटी लिविंग अलाउंस का फ्रॉड खा रहा हूँ, टैक्स फ्रॉड खा रहा हूँ, इंश्योरेंस फ्रॉड खा रहा हूँ. तो कहाँ वो दीन और अल्लाह की मोहब्बत, अल्लाह के जो है जो जिक्र और मार्फत मेरे दिल में फूटेगी? तो ये इस तरह तो नहीं होता. He would not eat many days sometime if he doesn't get halal food. There was a time when he was visiting the rubbish dumps of Baghdad and picking up from there thrown vegetables and the skins of vegetables and washing them and eating them and drinking them. आपको जब खाना नहीं मिलता हलाल तरीके का, जैसे हमारे लोग भी कहते हैं I can't find halal raise. But that does not mean you commit haram, you commit actually unlawful means of income. When he didn't used to get this, आप फरमाते थे कि जो रूढ़ियाँ होती हैं हमारे जो हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान में, बगदाद की रूढ़ियों पे जाके आप वहाँ सब्जियों के छिलके और सब्जियां लेके छिलके लेके वो धो के और वो खाते थे आप। एक वक्त ये गुजरा है। एंड वन टाइम वाज कि ही वाज अ बिलियनियर। ये तो अल्लाह की देन होती है। अल्लाह टेस्ट्स पीपल। हमसे धोखा हो रहा है। वी आर बीइंग डिफ्रॉडेड बाय शैतान एंड शैतानिक पीपल एंड many people who are people of knowledge। बहुत सारे इल्म वाले लोग भी गुमराह हो जाते हैं। पैसा, लालच, ये इल्म वालों को भी गुमराह कर देते हैं, बदल लेते। यजीद के पास स्कॉलर्स थे। यजीद had scholars with him. Many scholars were sitting with him. Every government, every ruler has scholars around him. These are scholars of dunya, ulama dunya, who are money. They come and money they change their views. And they just want an uhda, they want a prime ministership, they want a ministership, they want this, they want this, they want this, they want some money, and that's it, they want to go. And they will change anything for you. But the true wali, like Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani rahmahullah, never changes in his lifetime. He stays there. When Khalifa of the time will come, he would not stand up for him. He would not stand up for him. But if a poor person, righteous man will come, he will stand up for him. खलीफा के लिए तो आप खड़े भी नहीं होते थे, और गरीब बंदा बैठा हुआ, तो आपकी किताबों में लिखा है कि गरीब की बात दफा आपने जुएं भी निकाल दी। फकीर बैठा है, ये जूं जा रही, इसको उठा दिया। ये आपके खिलाफ थे। That was his character. और हमारा कैरेक्टर देखे, कोई MP या काउंसलर आ जाए, हाँ जी चौधरी साहब, हाँ जी मिनिस्टर साहब, उन उलमाए दुनिया को देखे और अपने आप को देखे, आज ये हमारे घर आए, दावत करे, और उनके देखे कैसे उनका क्या करते हैं। और जो आम बंदा बेचारा नेक आ जाए, उसको कोई ट्रीटमेंट नहीं, इसको बाहर से भेज दो, लंगर खिला दो इसको। एक बुजुर्ग कह रहे थे, इमाम हुसैन रजी अल्लाह तआला अन्हु भूखे प्यासे आपने करबला में जान दी। एंड पीपल हु कम ऑन हिज मजालिस, and they are also, even then they're after eating and drinking, खाना कब मिलेगा, लंगर कब मिलेगा, उनको यही फिक्र है। वो जलसा इमाम हुसैन का सुन रहे हैं। वो कह रहे हैं इतने दिन, and for many days he was not actually fed, water नहीं था, ये लंगर कब तकसीम होगा। लंगर है ना, लंगरी हो ना, वो इनके सर पे मारना, हमारे फिर पता चले। वो प्यासे भूखे, और हम जो है अभी भी खा खा के वजन बढ़ गए। डॉक्टर भी कह रहे हैं भाई तुम बीमार हो रहे, फिर भी जो है वो अपना उसी की फिक्र, दुनिया की फिक्र, पेट की फिक्र में पैदा, पेट की फिक्र में दुनिया से चला गया। तो सैयदना अब्दुल कादिर जिलानी रहमतुल्लाह, have you heard about him? Have you of his stature, of his physique? आपका जिस्म किस तरह था? आपका जिस्म मुबारक बहुत पतला था। You will see him, and he was a very thin type person actually. He was not like, आप तो समझे, बड़ी हमारे यहाँ समय में जितना हमारा वजन उतना बड़ा मौलवी है, उतना मराना। आपको देखें तो आपको, यानी एक कौन बंदा मैं आपको दिखाऊं, बिल्कुल पतला जिस्म था आपका, इतना बड़ा कद नहीं था। मुबारक आपका चेहरा मुबारक, बड़ी खुली पेशानी, forehead was big, nose was actually high, दाढ़ी आपकी पूरा सीना घेरे हुए थे। His beard was actually full actually here. And he's written in his book Bunyatul Talibin that my tariqah is actually to keep the beard like in all of the four mazahib of fiqh, actually the one fist of the beard. That was his way. आपके सीर यानी हुलिया लिखा हुआ है आपका किताबों में। So even the man, if you would see, you would not recognize him as such. He looked a very weak man. But spiritually, he's very, very strong. Knowledge-wise, he was very, very strong. So now, just some about, if you pay attention to the presentation now, for a short while, the life and teachings of Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani, rahmahullah. He always did two discourses in in a week and gave them the message. वो message in a presentation form I'm giving you. आप फरमाते थे लोगों, people, there was a time when there was nothing, only Allah existed, no creation. And after that time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created, the first creation was the Noor-e Muhammadi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. सबसे पहली मखलूक अल्लाह ने जो पैदा फरमाई वो क्या था? आपने फरमाया अपनी किताबों में नूरे मुहम्मदी. So वहां देखिए आप there. So when here period of non-existence, and after that in the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the Noor-e Muhammadi, and from there the world of spirits, रूहों की दुनिया, the world of spirits. There were me and you. हम वहां थे. There Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gathered me and you in a gathering, and He said, I am alastu bi rabbikum. Am I not your Lord? We all said, yes, Allah, you are our Lord. Rabb means the one who sustains. मैं ही आपको पैदा करता हूँ, मैं ही आपको रिस्क देता हूँ, मैं ही रब हूँ ना आपका. हाँ, अल्लाह पाक आप ही हमारे रब हैं. अल्लाह पाक अन तक़ूलू यौमल क़ियामति इन्ना कुन्ना अन हाज़ा गाफ़िलीन. ये इसलिए कह रहा हूँ, क़यामत के दिन ये ना कहना कि हमें बताया नहीं गया. क्योंकि क़यामत दुनिया में जाके तुम ये कहोगे कि शराब मेरा रब है, रज़्ज़ाक़ है. कि शराब के बगैर तो दुकान चलती नहीं, सूद के बगैर तो कारोबार नहीं चलता. Without alcohol I can't run my business. You know. So that person believes शराब is the रज़्ज़ाक़ और अल्लाह is the रज़्ज़ाक़. वो क्या समझे? शराब रिस्क दे रही है या कि अल्लाह रज़्ज़ाक़ है? वो सिर्फ अल्लाह की है या शराब की है? तो आपने फरमाया अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला first time in the world of spirit said, Alastu bi rabbikum, am I not your Lord who creates and who cherishes you? Yes, O Allah. Qalu bala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I am going to now send you in a short period of existence. Look at this earth now, look at the diagram. There and test you in this face of earth. ये जो गोल दुनिया नजर आ रही है. So our spirits, they jumped from here to here. We are, everyone who is born, he is here. Who is not born, like your grandchildren, they are here. जो पैदा हुए. तो यहाँ क्यों आ रहे हैं हम? Why we are coming here? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to test us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing us. How is He testing us, and what is this reality of dunya? I mentioned the other day as well. In the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the Sahih Bukhari about this dunya, about this life of this world. What did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said? Sahih Bukhari, Bukhari Sharif का नाम आप सबने सुना होगा. सबसे बड़ी किताब है हदीस शरीफ की मुस्तनद जो है. In that book of hadith, it's mentioned that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam once drew a square on the sand. उसमें लिखा है कि आप अलैहिस्सलाम ने एक दफा मुरब्बा बनाया जमीन पर. Look at that time Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam showing people with diagram, with physical representation. When there was no paper to write, even Quran, but on the ground Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's mentioned in Sahih al-Bukhari by Imam Muhammad bin Ismail Bukhari. They said that most authentic book after Quran. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, now I just to explain to you, I'll just, and then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam drew a line in between, a big line in between. And then he alayhi salatu wasalam drew small lines here, 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 on the sides of that one line. ये सुने नबी अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने एक बात समझाई है about what worldly life. What was it? So just to give you a clear understanding. So that's how the diagram actually looked like. So Sahaba Ikram Rizwanullah and asked, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is this? What is this diagram? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that this white line is the life of human being. आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया कि ये जो सफेद लाइन है ये नबी अलैहिस्सलाम ने फरमाया कि ये इंसान की जिंदगी है, इस दुनिया की हकीकत. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, this square, आप ने फरमाया ये जो मुरब्बा है, that is death on all sides. ये मौत है. मौत ने इंसान को चारों तरफ से घेरा हुआ है. He can't get out of. Once he's in here, now he can't get out, you see. He has to pass the barrier of death. पहले तो वो बरज़ख में था, he was in आलम अरवाह, somewhere down here. You see, the world of spirits, as I was showing you in the previous diagram, he was down here. Those who are sitting there, they can look at that, inshallah. So he was down here. Now he has come here. Now there's no escape. Death has actually encompassed you. Is there anyone who says, I can escape death? But that's the Prophet ﷺ is saying. चारों तरफ से मौत ने घेर लिया. Then the Sahaba Ikram Rizwanullah, Ya Rasulullah ﷺ, what are these lines? ये लाइनें क्या हैं? समझाने के लिए कह रहा हूँ, शरह कर रहा हूँ, हदीस क्या अल्फाज तो मुख्तसर हैं. Rasulullah ﷺ mentioned these lines are trials, tests and difficulties and illnesses and problems which are to come in the life of human being. So for every human being, there are already decided tests and problems and difficulties. इसकी को तकदीर कहते हैं. तकदीर का माना एक हदीस में है, anything which reaches you was never to be missed, and anything which has missed was never to actually reach you. So your tests and trials and problems and difficulties are already decided and designed and put and placed there in your life. आप जो ही पैदा होते हैं, here you are born. Then there are financial difficulties, illnesses, marriage problems, children problems, social problems, medical problems, or other tests. For Imam Hussain, Karbala was one of these tests for him. It was one of these tests for him. Every step you go outside, every woman you see, accidentally, now to see her again is a test for you. You see her or not. Every opportunity of sin you get, every opportunity of zina you get, every opportunity of all other bad things you get, they are hurdles for you. They are hurdles for you, one after the other, one after the other. So you are living life here, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50, 60, however you live. So that's what the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that this is the test and trial. You will have a problem when you go home. You might have an exam coming up. You might have an illness. You might have in a court case. You might be problem with your children, with your wife, marital matters. Sins are a great hurdle. Sometimes नींद, कितने लोग होते सुबह की नमाज पे, बर्बादी कितनी? How many people are in the mosque at the Fajr time? आप देख ले. How many people are there now? How many people in the Fajr time? What is the population? So need and that becomes an obstacle. तो ये सारे hurdles बने हुए हैं to test you. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so he, under his supervision, I'm saying that these white areas are the blessings and ne'mats. Are the blessings and the easy time you get. Everyone gets hard time, easy time, hard time, easy time. So, illness, health, poverty, wealth, and other things and difficulties. So, ये जो सफेद एरिया है, ये वो आसानियां हैं जब आपकी सेहत ठीक होती है. जब सुर्ख है, ये बीमारी आ गई, फिर सेहत ठीक होगी, माली परेशानी आ गई, फिर माली तौर पर बंदा जो है वो अमीर हो गया. So every lifetime, when we were in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, there people were saying, yeah, we wish we go to a country where we can actually earn more. We are earning 5,000 rupees and now we can maybe we are earning 50,000, but still our hearts are poor as same as we were there. दिल अभी भी वही गरीब है, पैसे ज्यादा हो गए लेकिन दिल गरीब है. There are things. So then the Sahaba Ikram, as though, just to explain to you, they asked, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is this line? Because if this is death, ये अगर मौत है, तो ये मौत के बाद कौन सी लाइन पड़ी होगा? What is this line which is even surpassing death? मौत से भी ज्यादा आगे क्या चीज है? जिंदगी तो उसकी खत्म हो, his life is finished. Prophet said, Tul amal, and that means future planning whilst forgetting the deen and hereafter. And we are planning for our children, what I'm going to be, I am going to have a good pension. But will you reach pension age or not? You will have a good pension. Planning Pakistan कोठी बनानी है बहुत बड़ी, अब उसमें क्या ना बच्चों को रहने की तौफीक, ना आप रहेंगे उसमें, अब वो और लोग रह के चले जाएंगे. Planning he has made a long time, and to earn that he has missed so many prayers, he has defrauded so many people for earning that. So this is the reality of dunya which Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the book of hadith of Sahih Bukhari. Again, I summarize it because we will be going back to the diagram, the whole of it, which we were discussing before. This is human being, ye aap hai. Maybe you are in the middle, maybe you are here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows when you are going to die. I know a person in our villages, he came on a janaza and someone's janaza was there, his funeral was there. The Imam said to one person that you are also a pious person and a scholar, please you come and lead the janaza. He came to lead the janaza and he said to people, do the intention of janaza, and he said, I am giving 500 rupees for the Isale Sawab of the deceased, and made intention, niyat karlo. When he turned around, he fell himself and died. वो जनाजा जिसका पढ़ाया जाना है वो तो मरा हुआ है पहले ही, जो पढ़ाने आया है वो कह रहा है नियत कर लो है लोगों जनाजे की, अभी नियत वो कर रहे हैं, वो गिर गया, पता लगा वही मर गया है. And there is another story that our village there, a person announced someone died here in Europe. कोई बंदा यहाँ मर गया, उन्होंने ऐलान किया, मस्जिद में ऐलान करते हैं भाई फलां बंदे की इंग्लैंड में डेथ हो गई है, a person have died in England and their body is coming tomorrow or the day after, please actually, this is announcement. Acha, the grave is ready and that person is yet to come from UK, he is coming in 2 days. वो बंदा खुद मर गया, that मुअज्जिन, that ऐलान, the person who was announcer, वो वहीं मर गया मस्जिद में, उसकी कब्र में उसको डाल दिया गया. And the new grave had to be dug for this person who is coming tomorrow or the day after. And that grave which was ready, the person who is announcing that, वो उसके पास अपना चला गया. So where we are playing, that's where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that this life is very, very temporal and unpredicted. So this is death which is encompassing you. Never forget death. And then this is your life, these are your tests. यहाँ आज़माइशें मुसीबतें आएंगी. No one is free from. If there was anyone free, it would have been Anbiya alayhimussalam. It would have been Imam Hussain. It would have been Awliya Allah. But on their life, you see how many tests came? Even bigger tests and bigger difficulties and major tests they were put through. So in our lifetime, someone will be ill, someone will be facing financial difficulties, etc. These are things which will be going along. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing you. They will be always there. हमारे लोग क्या करते हैं, समझते हैं किसी आमल बाबा के पास जाके हम सारे टेस्ट से आजाद हो जाएंगे. We will be free from all tests. आमल बाबा कुछ ऐसा हिसाब लगाओ सितारों का कि सितारा हमारी फेवर में आ जाए. If the star is in your favor and Allah is not in your favor, who is going to help you? Allah's star, जो अल्लाह का सितारा है, वो फरमा रहे हैं कि तुम्हें आएंगी आज़माइशें. And these people say, all your problems can be solved just pay £700 to us, and we are going to solve your problem through jinnat and through actually certain wazifas and certain magical power. These are shaitanic people. They exist in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But our people, when they go in difficulty, they phone them, they go to them, and actually while Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that whoever will go towards them, he has come out of the guidance of Quran. And they testify them, he said, whoever has visited, आपसे फरमाया, जो किसी नजूमी के पास गया और उसकी बात की तस्दीक भी कर दी, तो कद कफर बिमा उन्जिला अला मुहम्मद, उसने जो मुझ पर उतारी गई वही उसका तो इनकार कर दिया गोया उसने. Because my wahi says that stars cannot control human life. These people say stars are controlling. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about star in Surah Mulk. Tabarakallazi biyadihil mulk. Allah says, blessed is he, yani Allah, Mubarak, barakat wali hai wo zat, biyadihil mulk, in his hands is all kingdom. Alladhi khalaqal mawta wal hayata, everything is in his hand. Everything is in hand. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ. We've created the stars as a decoration for the skies, like you decorated with these lights, the ceiling of the mosque. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, this is the purpose I have created. So you come the next day and say to your light, please guide me, please help me. What is this light saying to me? If it goes off, I am off as well. If it goes on, I am on as well. You start taking guidance from your bulbs and decorated lights. Therefore your decoration. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ. The आसमान दुनिया को हमने सितारों के जरिए जीनत दी है. ये जीनत के लिए नहीं है, हदायत के लिए नहीं है. हदायत के लिए अगर चाहते हो, फरमाया रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने, अस्हाबी का सहाबी का नजूम, मेरे सहाबा सितारों की मानंद है. ये है हदायत के सितारे. These are the stars of guidance. The Sahaba is following at mine. Sayyidina Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman, Ali, radiyallahu anhu, Imam Hassan, Hussain, and Ahlul Bayt. They are the guidance. Anyway, we go back to the previous diagram. We just skip this. I already have mentioned these lessons for you. One thing, yes, about this worldly life, I would like to mention to you again, is that how deceiving it is. Firstly, it is 60, 70, 80 years old. But then even those 60 years, they are deceiving as well. वो 60 साल जिंदगी असल में जिंदगी कितनी है? उसमें से 20-22 साल तो सोते हुए गुजर जाते हैं. 8 3s are 24. If you at least sleep 8 hours you spend on your bed, you sleep 20 years in 60-year life. If more, some people they sleep 10 hours, 12 hours, they're always in bed. They come and say, I've seen people, वो सो के आएंगे, चाय वगैरह, anything they do. जी मैं थोड़ी रेस्ट कर रहा हूँ. Astaghfirullah, they came in this world for sleeping, or actually, for something else which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent them. So 22 years of sleep from 60 years life. 13 years are in childhood. 13 साल बचपन में खेलने कूदने में गुजर गए, पता ही नहीं जिंदगी क्या है. 15 years in work and education. देखो ना, बच्चा है वो काम पे स्कूल जाता है, कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी ही गोज टू, तो वहां जाके मेहनत करना पड़ती है. इट्स नॉट एंजॉयमेंट फॉर एवरीवन. वर्क इज नॉट एंजॉयमेंट. काम मजे की चीज तो नहीं हर एक के लिए. काम पे बंदे जाते हैं मजबूरी के लिए, ज्यादातर लोग जाते हैं. कोई है जो काम को पसंद करता हो, I can't wait to go to work. कोई है. But most people they don't like. They like to rest. So 15 years in work and education, 2 years in bath and toilet, and that is average. Those people who spend extra time, we can increase more. जो उनका मेकअप ही नहीं खत्म होता, कर करके घंटा बात पे लगाते हैं, वो तो मेरे 3-4 साल गुजार देते हैं पूरी. Especially women and some men as well. Now, 1 year in anxiety and problems. जो मुश्किलात परेशानियां, कभी सर दर्द, sometimes you have headache, sometimes illness, sometimes people are giving you hard time, family friends are giving you hard time, difficulties, problem, जो मुश्किलात परेशानियों मुसीबतों में टाइम गुजरता है, वो भी सारा मिलाए 1 साल तो वो बन जाता है. और उसके बाद 6 years, 6 साल बाकी बचते हैं जो असल जिंदगी आपकी 60 साल से. From 60 years life is the 6 years you are living really. And that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. The life of this world is not but a deception. ये दुनिया की जिंदगी नहीं मगर एक धोखा, ये धोखा ही है. आप समझ रहे हैं मैं 60-70 साल गुजारे हैं, आपने गुजारे 6 साल. If someone says to you there is a 6-year course in college or university, if you do it for rest of your life, there will be no deficiency. You will live like a king. You will have money, you will have bungalows, palaces, everything. You will become billionaire, everything. You will have a big kingdom to rule. 6 years. Who will not do 6-year course? Now they do a course of many courses in university. You become graduated when you are 22, 23. And still there is no guarantee for job. If you get job, it's not so much money, no guarantee. But this 6 year, Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah said about this life, that if these 6 years you spend in the obedience of Allah and love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his mission and conveying his message, Allah will give you a kingdom which will be 10 times actually more greater than this universe and earth. Forever and ever. वो नहीं हमने लेना, हमें एक गंदी दुनिया को लेना. हज़रत अली खवास रहमहुल्लाह साहब बहुत बड़े वली गुजरे हैं, फरमाते हैं the love of दुनिया, the दुनिया is the daughter of शैतान. दुनिया शैतान की बेटी है. जानना चाहते हो शैतान की औलाद को? बेटों को बेटे भी हैं, उसके भाई भी हैं. The brothers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said innal mubazzirina kanu ikhwan ash-shayatin. These extravagant, ये जो फजूल खर्च पीपल है ना, अयाशी करने वाले, और इधर पैसे खर्च कर दिए, इधर कर दिए, फरमाया ये शैतान के भाई हैं. अल्लाह ने फरमाया जो गुनाहों में, फिल्मों में, शादियों में देखे, ढोल ढमक्कों में देखे, अल्लाह की राह में जो सांप सूंघ गया है वहां नहीं देना. ढोल ढमक्के में शादी है जी, नक का मसला है, हम खर्च करा दे पावे, कर्जा लेना पड़ा. But what about the deen? What about the actually Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sunnah? How much we should spend on that? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, the fuzul kharch people who spend fuzul kharch कौन है? जो गुनाहों पे, फिल्में, DVD, ये जो ड्रामे और जो चीजें और इस तरह की गलत चीजों पे खर्च करने वाले और भी लोग, they are actually brothers of who? Shaitan. And if they are brothers of Shaitan, on the day of judgment they are going to be with his brother, not actually Imam Hussain and Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani. जिसके भाई बनोगे क़यामत वाले दिन उसी के साथ रहोगे. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-mar'u ma'a man ahabba." You will be with those who you truly love. And if you do the actions and of Shaitan and you like his action, आपको उसकी सारी चीजें अच्छी लगती हैं, you will be with him. If you love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Imam Hussain, Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq, Sayyidina Abdul Qadir Jilani, and you like them, their ways, their sunnah, you will be with them. Simple as that. But here you don't like. People say, I can't follow the sunnah. It's not necessary. I am going to follow this model or this style. It is the norm of the day. Well, you will be with those people on the day of judgment. So Imam Ali Khawas says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told you who are brothers of Shaitan. I tell you who is the daughter of Shaitan. Daughter of Shaitan is this love of this world, this dunya, this haram dunya is the daughter of Shaitan. And he said, if you marry the daughter of Shaitan, शैतान की बेटी से ब्याह करोगे, मोहब्बत करोगे, शादी करोगे, तो शैतान तुम्हारा सुसर बन जाएगा, उसके तुम्हारे घर में बहुत आना जाना हो जाएगा. If you marry the daughter of Shaitan, then Shaitan is going to become your father-in-law, and he will quite frequently be visiting your house. And he said that if Shaitan frequently visits a house, it is doomed for destruction and failure. फरमाया अगर शैतान का जहां आना जाना ज्यादा हो जाए तो समझो वो घर तबाह, वो दिल तबाह हो जाएगा. फरमाया डिवोर्स इट, इसको तलाक दे दो शैतान की बेटी को अगर ब्याह किया है. दैट्स व्हाट सैयदना अली करमल्लाहु वजहुल करीम सेड. वंस ही वाज सिटिंग, आप एक मरतबा बैठे थे, कूफा में बैठे थे, खिलाफत का वक्त था. ही वाज अ खलीफा एंड अ रूलर एट दैट टाइम, सैयदना अली करमल्लाहु वजहुल करीम. And he was saying, what I have to do with you? Go away. I have divorced you. Go away. The companion said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, who are you speaking to? Who are you speaking to? Go away. Go away. I divorce you. Go away. Go and receive someone else. Well, we can't see anyone. हमें तो कोई नजर नहीं आ रहा. किसको आप कह रहे हैं भाई जाओ, चली जाओ, चली जाओ, मुझे ना धोखा दो, मैंने तुम्हें तलाक दे दी है. फरमाया it was dunya who came to me with all its treasures. This was dunya. ये दुनिया मेरे पास आई थी बड़ी सज धज के अपने खजानों के साथ कि मुझे ले लो. और मैं I was saying to her, मैं उसको कह रहा था कि मैंने तुम्हें 3 तलाकें दे दी हैं, मैं वापस नहीं ले सकता तुम्हें. जाओ, go and receive someone else. जाओ किसी और को धोखा दे दो, मैं तुम्हें तलाक दे चुका हूं. तो उन्हीं की औलाद में से है इमाम अली खवास, गालिबन जो इमाम अब्दुल वहाब शानानी के शेख हैं. वो फरमाते हैं कि ये दुनिया की मोहब्बत शैतान की बेटी है. जब इससे शादी करोगे शैतानियत आ जाएगी. And look at all those people who are delved in दुनिया, but they have made a mess out of their life. दुनिया तो उनको क्या मिलनी है, कुछ भी नहीं मिलना. Anyway, तो आप देख रहे हैं 6 years है. अगर आपकी लाइफ 70 years है, if you are 70 years old, then you will live 7 years. If you are 80 years old, you will live 8 years. ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. So for this, it's up to you now what you decide. Then you go back to 1 year doing nothing. Yeah, that's right. Some people waste time as well. They do nothing. I think on bed, when they wake up, many people actually waste time there. They just woke up, and for half an hour they are just thinking, shall we get up or not? Shall we get up or not? They should know they have to get up. So they might as do actually in the first time when they wake up. That was the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Amma Aisha said that Rasul, as soon as he woke up, he would immediately sit up. He wouldn't lie down and think, what's the time, when is the time of prayer and things. No, that was again not his sunnah. After sunnah thi, जो ही जाग आती, आप फौरन उठ बैठते और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहिल्लज़ी अहयाना बअदा मा मातना अलैहि नशूर, ये दुआ पढ़ते और अपनी आंखों मुबारक को मलते और ये बात फिर उसके बाद उठते. और हमें जाग आ गई, अलार्म बजा है, अलार्म तो बंद होगा ही जब आप खुद बंद कर रहे हैं उसको बार बार. उसका कसूर है.